Capricorn, welcome to Intuition Loading. I'm Kiara T. Hawkins. I'm not here for likes, shares, of subscriptions, but I am here for energy, which can be on people, places, circumstances, and situations. It's a blanket, it's a vibe, it's stardust that is floating around. Capricorn energy, Venus is in Capricorn. We looked over it while we were looking at the big planets like Pluto and Uranus, but Venus, the planet of love and money, went into Capricorn energy on January 23rd, and it's going to be there from February 16th. It's not a long time, but it's a very potent time. And for Capricorns, to be honest, this seems like a very regular energy here, because what Venus is asking us to do in Capricorn is saying, hey Saturn, is this really what you want? You know what I mean? Like, does this fit your contract? Is this good enough? Is this enough money? Are you happy when we strip everything away? It's giving an audit energy when it comes to your love and money, your relationships and friendships. So Capricorn, being a child of Saturn already, what Venus is asking you to do, which is evaluate these relationships and see if they actually make you happy. It's really not news for Capricorn, because I feel like Capricorn energies do this anyway, because it's a part of the leadership qualities that come with being a Capricorn, where you have to assess situations, places, people, and circumstances. So I will put as much energy as I can into it, but again, it feels just very regular, so y'all might not even be noticing what's going on, because y'all do this anyway. I do feel like y'all gonna be firing a lot of people here unapologetically. I feel like if you wanted to get rid of somebody but you wasn't sure how or why or when, this energy is like, oh yes, we finally got something on them. You jaywalked that day, and we just can't have that type of criminal here. It's like jaywalking, whatever, the law's the law, baby. So wherever you have Capricorn in your chart, when it comes to this love and money, be prepared for some petty energy from Capricorns. I'm just telling you, look, align your life. This don't fit, okay? I'm hearing that weekend song, wasted time I spent with somebody else. It wasn't even half of you. Like, nah. You got beauty and devotion out here. This is like Pisces energies showing up, and your guidance is divinely guided. I'm picking up here wherever you have Capricorn with this. It's the have and have nots. Yikes. That is the whole vibe. Have and have nots, okay? That is the pretty much blanket energy here with Venus being in Capricorn. This is collective, because we're all dealing with Venus being in Capricorn regardless of our individual energies. And remember, we're all of the energies, people, places, things, situations, circumstances, broken down into our natal chart. So get that out. But the overall flavor is the have and have nots. It's you are the weakest link, goodbye. It's being voted off the island here. It's only the strong survive, the survival of the fittest. That's what this energy is. Yikes. It's I've grown, why haven't you? It's I'm making money, why aren't you? It's I'm smart, why haven't you been reading a book? It's this type of energy, like the have and have nots. It's also being like, I need to be around my type of people. And I'm not sure if you are, you haven't read this book? Can't be your friend. Like, it may sound petty, but I'm strongly picking this up. As above, so below. Not for you. And this is the collective energy out here. So not even just Capricorn energy. This is everybody right now, because Venus is in this energy here. What is for you? And don't be surprised if it's not left or right. There's the energy of making your own way out here, balancing something out here. Making it make sense is the vibe when it comes to Venus being in Capricorn. And then you have the fates out here, number 17, Aquarius energy out here. Uranus has played a part here. And then I feel like, again, Capricorn energies, you're outshining the people around you. And you don't want to be the smartest one in the room, the smartest one in the group, the richest one in the room, the richest one in the group. You want to be around like-minded people. I don't care what level this is on, because, again, it's blanket. So if you a smoker, you want to be around other smokers. You don't want to be around non-smokers making you feel alienated. If you're a scammer, you don't want to be around these legit people that you like, these folks gonna call the police on me. They follow the rules. It's like not wanting to, like, you feel alienated in a good way, whoever this is, because whoever this is knows who they are. They're comfortable in their skin, and that's what it's supposed to do. How do you feel in your skin without all the additives, without the weaves and the makeup and the jewelry and, the brands? How do you feel just you? Okay. Am I in a situation that complements this, or do I have to fake it to make it, or turn it up or turn it down? I need to be right where I need to be. Water seeks its own level. I need to be where I can be myself. That is what this energy is with Venus and Capricorn collectively, and in around especially Capricorn. So don't be surprised they being a little petty. And you got Treasure Island out here with fork in the road. The decision has been made. I'm going up here. You got Treasure Island out here with the 17 here. It's not my fault that you can't get up here. You can't sit with us with exchanging gifts. So it's like Libra energy here, 6 of Pentacles type energy out here. 27, that's a 9. You got 9 out here. This is it. This is the final call for alcohol. So it's like, if you haven't got here by now, I think Capricorn has a reading called They Missed the Meeting Spot. Like they didn't get to the meeting spot or something like that. I'm going to tag it. I just have to go to the Capricorn playlist and tag it. But this is that energy right here. So who didn't make it, this is Capricorn pulling off. And I talked about how Capricorn would pull off. But this is what this is. And it's collective right now. From January 23rd to February 16th. This is people saying, if it is or it's not. You know. And it is or it's not. And it is what it is. So if it ain't, then whatever. Good news is out here with this ear. And slowly but surely getting ahead out here. I'm not picking up good news. I'm picking up that you heard. Yeah, do not be tempted to lower your standards. I'm picking up that you are tired of hearing, oh, I'm going through this. There's a delay. Oh, I couldn't because of the excuses. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. It's like you're not finna be like, oh, I understand. Like, no, Capricorn is like, raise the bar, get busy, move faster, try harder. I'm not finna keep listening to the excuses on why you still haven't got to the meeting spot. Y'all gotta watch that video. This is crazy. And you need to defend yourself. Capricorn feel like it's bad business, it's dangerous, and it just doesn't balance out, it doesn't create harmony, and it doesn't make sense to be around people that are not of like mind. Again, I'm not going to be a scammer in a room of legitimate people. These people, if they find out who I am, they'll call the police on me. They'll prosecute me. They'll persecute me. So, I don't want to be around them. As a matter of fact, this is downright dangerous. I want to be around people that make me feel comfortable, that don't make me feel like I'm alienated or isolated. And I'm not advocating for scammers, but I want y'all to just hear on both sides of the spectrum how that sounds. Because a lot of people are so... Most people are going to say, oh, she's being bougie. People are turning their nose up in good or bad ways. People's beliefs are their beliefs. Some people believe the craziest shit is right. And they will turn their nose up on some crazy stuff. Some people think it's okay to still ride around with Confederate flags and be looking at you like... What? You don't agree? Like, that's their culture, and they want to be around other people that do stuff like that. Some people are like, oh, I don't let my baby keep the passy in their mouth, and some people like, oh, my baby gonna have that passy. This is what I'm talking about. Like, you need to be around people that are more like-minded, and that doesn't mean you have to agree with everything. But what I'm seeing here is there's a drastic gap between who you are and who the people, places, situations, things around you are. This is like an attorney working at McDonald's. And it's like, originally a job was a job, but now that you're here, you're like finding out most of these people are working here because they're young or because they're old and they just didn't decide to do anything, or they're transitioning somewhere else and you're sitting here, they looking at you like, why aren't you using your degree? Like, why are you here? And you looking at them like, why y'all don't know what this and that mean? And how come you didn't do this and this and this? Two different type of people. This is like somebody walking into another establishment like, why y'all don't do this? And it's like, why are you here? If you don't like what I do, go to another establishment. Exactly. This is like people, and it's not nasty. I'm not picking up on somebody walking in McDonald's saying, ew, it's McDonald's. I'm not picking up on them saying that, but I do pick up on them walking in and saying, why am I McDonald's? I don't even eat this shit. And walking back out and going to Chick-fil-A. I mean, I'm picking that up. Like, and then it's levels to this. So it's somebody pulling up the Chick-fil-A like, why am I at Chick-fil-A when I can just go to Ruth Chris? And they go to Ruth Chris. And you'll have some people saying, dang, it's like that. And you got other people like, yeah, we don't eat McDonald's. We don't eat Chick-fil-A. And it's like, oh, okay. In what world, in what community? Theirs, let them people do what they do, and y'all do what y'all do. The whole point is about people finding their place in life and not having to be someone they're not here. Protection from a powerful friend here. This is definitely giving the universe is coming in saying, look, if you continue to mingle with things that don't match you, it will get dangerous here. This protection from a powerful friend is Venus in Capricorn saying, I am giving y'all the function to sit down and audit your life and say, is this okay? Because say you're the one that don't do nothing illegal, but you're hanging around illegal people because you know them from back in the day. You can end up being guilty by association. Say you're the one that is legal, but you got some friends that's trying to peer pressure you a little bit. Say it's okay. You can end up in trouble. Say you got a friend that come out super legal, super legit, and they come whisper in your ear and tell you, hey, I need you to do XYZ for me. And you like, what? You could end up in trouble. Like, nah, you need to keep, I'm not the one or the two. I know you'll find somebody. You've been doing it, so there's clearly people out here, but it's not me. So again, situations, people, places, circumstances, and situations. But this is what you need to avoid and get away from here with happiness out here and misunderstanding. I don't know what it is, and that's what we're having a time in our life to look back with this alignment energy. I don't know what it is that changed between you and your people, you and your job, you and your spouse, but something has clearly changed when it comes to being happy, because you just clocking in, checking into the fact that you're not happy. And it's time for you to do something about that. You have purse, pay attention to your finances, and unsuccessful outcome to a problem here. Man, Capricorn energy, you're not going to prosper. None of us, because again, this is collective. Venus is in Capricorn over the sky, over our head, for everybody. Everybody on you know, under the sky is going through the same energy, and it's saying that you're not going to prosper around these people, places, situations, and circumstances. You're not going to be ready for the next cycle coming in around March if you don't get rid of these people right now. You have a window between January 23rd and February 16th. We'll give it a couple extra days. So February 26th, you know, for everything to transit, move around again, settle in. So you got time to move some stuff around here. But if you don't do it now, if you don't have the hard conversations, if you don't put that distance now, you're not going to prosper. As a matter of fact, these same people, places, things, circumstances, situations could bite you in the ass. And this is collective. This is collective. This is why we're doing these readings and we're looking at each energy here. If you don't speak up now, you ain't gonna forever hold your peace either. You're gonna speak up one way or another. But I talk about either you can let it go or the energy gonna rip it from you. The way the cycles work, if you sit down and meditate on them, the way the cycles work is they'll give you like a gentle consideration just for you to think about something. Then the next cycle will come around where it's like, now's the time to do it. And then the cycle will come around where there's karma. I'm still learning how the ebb and flow of the energy goes, but basically that's the synopsis that I'm getting. You'll have a conversation where it says, oh, we need to think about this and reflect and have this into consideration in retrospective. And then the transit will move, and then another transit will come in and say, this energy is to help you to get out there and do it. Make that decision. Pick up that phone. Take that action. And then that energy will go away, and then they'll come in and say, this energy is karma for those of you who did not take that action and do what you needed to do. Now y'all getting karma. It could be good, it could be bad. But that's what we're seeing here. So I'm seeing here, it looked like we in the middle one. Like we had a gentle nudge where we were like, maybe I need to evaluate my relationships. And what I do believe it was, don't quote me, don't judge me, because I don't do, you can judge me and quote me. I really don't care, but I just try to be politically correct sometimes. Back into Capricorn energy. Don't quote me or judge me, but I want to say that if I want to just speak from my own energy, I want to say that new moon in Capricorn was for us to think about, because the moon is our emotions. So it would have been that new moon in Capricorn with that gentle, just think about it. I want to say this is that cycle that's saying, get rid of their ass. Because I want to say the next cycle, which will probably be the full moon in Capricorn, is going to be ripping the band-aid off, if it's still one on there. And I don't know when the full moon in Capricorn is, but there was a new moon, there will be a full moon, okay? And that makes sense in the order that I was saying. That whisper, like, hey, are you really happy? You know, don't let it get too far out of hand. And then this is the situation where you're like, hey, I think I'm ready to talk. I don't know if I'm really happy. I think I want to move around. And if you didn't do that, then when that full moon come around, if you have done this, then you'll get some type of positive karma. You might meet a new person. If you have not done this, look, Knight of Wands with the Ace of Pentacles. You may meet a new person or get some type of payout, physical, tangible. You could be getting proposed to by the time the full moon comes around if you do what you're supposed to do. I can't make it up. Proposed to. The Hierophant is out here. And if that's not a relationship, because we're talking about love and money, it could be a new job. It could be a payout. And it's coming from Saturn, Venus, love and money. This is a payout from Saturn. Okay, so this is a little bit more permanency. This is my perspective, my opinion, but I'm telling y'all, I be knowing stuff that, anyway. Anything else that I need to tell them about this Venus being in Capricorn? As above, so below. You got the Empress out here. You got the Empress out here. This is love and money. This is Venus. This is you, again, sitting back and saying, regardless of what I can touch around me, do I deserve? Because sometimes we don't have things just because we haven't challenged ourselves. Just because we didn't want them. We didn't think to want something. You know what I mean? There's so many things in the last 5 years since I started my companies, transitioning from an employee to an entrepreneur, to actually looking at like from business to consumer to business, that I just didn't even know existed. It's like growing up, I was going to the YMCA. Then I got turned on to Planet Fitness. Then I messed around and found Lifetime Fitness, and it's been up since then. So my money got low. I was like, let me just go back to the Y so I can get in the gym. I couldn't even. My standards then went up, and there ain't no, it's not in alignment anymore. I can't even do it. I was like, fuck it. I'll just work out at home until I get some more money, because I can't see myself outside of Lifetime. Since when? Empress energy. You have been bossed up. Whoever y'all, like, y'all know who y'all are. Male, female, whatever. You know, in whatever situation this is. If you a scammer, you a grade A scammer. You a criminal, you a grade A criminal. If you a corporate accountant, you a grade A corporate accountant. If you a bum, you know you a bum at this point. And you know you looking for somebody to sit you on your tail. Take care of you. Sugar mama or sugar daddy you. You know who you are now with this Empress energy. It talks about settling into who you are at this point. Especially when it comes to love and money. It's like, I don't really need nobody fancy. I just want them to take care of me. Or I don't want him to work. I want him to be at home every day. Alright, as long as you tell the universe, we good. You got the Strength card coming out in reverse here. This is a time to be in your ego. I'm picking that up. Look, 4 of Cups. This ain't card translation. So I'm not concerned about, oh, well, that means this in reverse. If you want to Google the Strength card in reverse, then what the hell you here for? Taking advantage of someone else's gifts and their perspective. It's not about the cards. It's called intuition loading. It's about the intuitive insight that I'm getting. And I'm telling y'all, with the 4 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, the 9 of Cups, and the Strength in reverse with the Empress, I'm getting the energy intuitively to say, be in your ego. Say, I want more. I deserve better. This is not enough for me. I don't like that. I don't fit in with people like this. I don't go here. I'm not accepting. Regardless of who you are, stand in your power. Don't go along to get along. Don't just agree with people. Don't just sit here and be like, well, they're doing better than me. Then maybe you need to go around some more people that inspire you. You're going to sit around people that intimidate you to the point where you're not functioning and you're analysis paralysis, or you're scared to make a mistake. You need to go around people that inspire you. Maybe you're playing up too high. Maybe you need to come down on your playing field where you can move around a little bit more. Maybe you are premature. Maybe you're not challenging yourself enough. Maybe you need to challenge yourself up. Maybe you playing too much and you need a bigger challenge. This is all that this is supposed to be asking. And I'm using all these different analogies because there's so many people out here who feel like I'm not talking to them because they're not worthy. Whether you a bum, a slum, a criminal, whether you feel like the low of the low, you are a person. You have energy. You make decisions. You are a child of God. And I cannot take that away from you, nor can you take that away from yourself. That will not change. So sitting there making some type of excuse on why this energy doesn't apply or why you're not put in a position to move around, it won't work. Because as long as you're breathing, as long as you have energy, you have purpose. Fortunately, unfortunately. Okay? 3 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I know some of y'all need to hear that. Whether I like it, whether the next person like it, some people say, why are criminals on this earth? Why are molesters on this earth? Ask God. Okay? Don't ask a tarot reader. Ask God. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, everybody was serving some type of purpose, and we'll have to dig in to know. The King of Swords is out here. State what you want. State what you want. On paper, in facts, this is what I want. These are my standards here with the Five of Pentacles. And send things that don't match you away. Period, point blank. This is what I have for Venus and Capricorn collectively. You got the Ace of Pentacles with the Hierophant, the Page of Pentacles. Again, that's the Two of Pentacles energy. There is something transitioning in out here. Seven of Pentacles all together. This is harvest time with the Empress sitting out here. If you stand your ground. If they said we only giving away 10 and you number 15 in line, but you got the ticket number 9, your ass better speak up. You better speak up. You don't let them tell you, well, you're number 15, I'm in front of you. Bitch, if you don't move and let me talk to the damn people in the front, because I know this ticket say 9. So regardless of when I got here, I'm going up there and I will be one of the 10 getting in. Don't get me started, y'all. Lord. Y'all might want to check Taurus energy. Y'all might want to check Taurus energy. Woo. And Taurus energy. Ooh, yeah, y'all might want to check that. Alright, I'm leaving. They like, that's enough. I know, because I'm starting to get out of... It's not a persona, but you know, some of y'all new to this, not true to this, and I'm trying to do this in a way that I can communicate with all walks of life and to be honest and true to my purpose, which is to inspire and to heal and to provoke thought. And sometimes I be ready to just look, this energy, some of this energy need to be slapped. Okay? And I be like, they like, hey, we ain't hire you for that. We hired you for messages, so you calm down. I'm like, dang. Okay, you are not. We didn't ask you to be an angel of destruction. We got people for that. You just delivered a message. Now you got to say what you said. Now be quiet. Okay, what's the advice? Embrace just came out. Through each other you find the missing pieces. That came out over here with align your life, beauty and devotion, and your guidance is divinely guided. Wordplay, right? So it says out here with through each other you find the missing pieces. I'm picking up intuitively, especially with Taurus showing itself so many times, that energy, I'm picking up on an energy of where you may have had to be in the darkest energy or be around people who didn't compliment you to wake yourself up to be like, hold on, like what's wrong with me? You know what I mean? That's exactly what I'm picking up. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So you don't feel, what's the point of you sitting here in this type of environment and this type of abuse? There's got to be more to life. That's Stacey Orico. I just keep hearing that song. I got it all, but I feel so deprived. I go up, I come down, but I'm emptier inside. Tell me what is this thing that I feel like I'm missing, and why can't I let it go? There's got to be more than life, more to life than chasing out every temporary high to satisfy me. And the more that I'm tripping out thinking there's must be more to life. Well, there's life, but I'm sure there's got to be more than wanting more, than being greedy. Y'all need to check out that Taurus energy, because I feel like y'all finna find yourself looking in the mirror like, why am I here? I don't belong here. And this is collective, so whatever. Anything else, please? I love y'all. When you're ready to hear the message, you'll hear it. For those of you who are not ready to hear the message, I'm not even concerned. You know, I know we're not going to reach everybody. That's not even a mission. Wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. It's important right now to take a step back and spend some more time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. You don't have to jump from click to click. You don't have to jump from job to job. You don't have to jump from relationship to relationship. If you just step back from whatever this energy is as you're doing your healing properties, as you're doing your healing process. I heard healing properties. The P's were showing up in that bloodline reading. So y'all might want to watch that in that bloodline reading. As you're doing your healing, going through those different healing components, I'm seeing the Ace of Cups in my mind, cleansing, bathing, just spending time with yourself. The energy will navigate you naturally into the people you belong with. If you are just out hiking, getting some fresh air, because you need some fresh air, because you want to connect to the earth and the energy, and the people you hang around don't like that kind of thing, you'll find other people out there who like that kind of thing. I've been talking about this for years now. If you're at the grocery store, at Whole Foods, You will bump into other Whole Food shoppers. The more regular you become, you'll bump into people, like-minded people. You'll start to see the same faces and make new friends. If you're ready to get out and mingle, if you start frequenting a club, whether it's a strip club or bar or lounge, you'll become a regular and you'll see other regulars and you'll find like-minded people. You don't have to be like, okay, I need my next victim. Like, no, just be single. You could bump into somebody. And I feel like, too, yeah, sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. By Leo season, be careful. Do not take risks. And you need to defend yourself. Don't do it like that. You'll find yourself back in this situation. By Leo season, is that right, Spirit? Am I saying that? Leo season? The opposite, the star here. So I feel like you'll find your counterpart by Leo season if you just flow. And that makes sense too, because the star being out here, shedding all the weight, and then look, Knight of Cups, here comes somebody. Three of Wands, King of Wands, and the Temperance. Could be a Sagittarius coming in to propose to you, some type of milestone. If it's not a Leo or a Sagittarius, well, that energy is in there. Yep, it's one of them. And if that's the case, then I'm not going to put it on here, but for those of you who stay to the end, I'll give you a little wink wink. This Sagittarius energy is on the hunt for somebody they can take serious, because they too have been dealing with this Taurus energy. So don't be surprised if this person has some type of Sagittarius in their chart. They out here interviewing people right now. They just may not get to you until this summer. They may just not bump into you. But if you are already taken, then just throwing that out there. We'll see more on it later on. I love y'all. Until we meet again, keep growing.